We are still waiting a little bit. Anyway, do you know what is this? Petru, are you still here? Hi Peter. Yep, I just made it today. It has had a maiden flight so far, and right now I'm exchanged a, what's this called, Refuel to a turbojet, so it could be unstable right now. I don't know. I'm still figuring out where to put these, put those RCS thrusters, and sorry to disappoint you, but this is not a plane, this is a rover. Yes, you heard it right, it's a rover with a SSTO space launch system built over it. So this thing is absolutely a jam-packed science machine, and it has converter and drills, ore tanks and everything it needs. And as you can see, it can be detached from the plane and has the tiny little rover wheels. I just need to adjust it to be a little bit nicer, I guess, so something over here, because it's just floating, but that's the necessary height, and it works very easy. You just close the wheels and you can release the rover, open the wheels again and drive away with the rover, and the same just backwards to dock it back here. And it's a refueling and jam-packed science station by itself. I mean, a science rover. It has everything which so everything which you might need. Science experiments, the convertron, even the radiators. And as you can see, no more needles, no more place for even a needle. I mean, it's totally jam-packed. And one thing I know, if I exchange back this Whiplash turbo jet to a Rapier, it will it can orbit and have like 1,500 more jet fuel for the nukes and some oxidizer left. Absolutely. And it wasn't easy to build, because here there is a docking port which is the root part for this whole thing, and originally this docking port was the root part for the back side of the plane, and I had to remake it so that this back side is just sitting on these wings. And just barely touch the two docking ports with each other. So it's a pain in the ass to drive this back to the normal position, but I haven't tried. And there are, I had some lights there. I can see those, but I cannot see these. I had some light here so that I could know where the rover should be, and accidentally deleted some light here, maybe. So anyway, this was just a SSTO try, and so far it's a success. Yes, it was in orbit, and on the runway it worked very fine. The separation of the rover and the reintegration too. So it's been tested ever since I just exchanged one of the Rapiers, this one, in fact two of them, exchanged to turbo whiplashes, and I never tested it because I just made this change. But should work and should consume less fuel a little bit. Anyway, this is just a sneak peek. I got a name for I got a name on Kerbaling for the craft. Ship needs a name. You might can recall it. So someone said I should name it Hollow Raven, and I really do like that idea, that name, but not for a total solid craft. That was just a dart. And this one is hollow. Because if the rover isn't here, this is just a huge gap inside the plane. And yeah, I see I'm missing some wings too. Maybe even I exchanged these were liquid fuel oxidizer tanks, and I had to rebuild the plane like 3 times just to exchange these. And it's still missing some stuff like air brakes, O-ship tubes, and RCS thrusters. So I will finish it, but this is not in carrier mode. It's in freeform mode, or what that's called. So I just made this up without any sirens, because as you know, I do not have the I do not have the technology for drilling and converting fuel right now in my main game. So yeah, this is just an absolutely end game stuff. let's just call it the pinnacle of the Mk2 parts. It has everything which it needs, or maybe needs. So if I launch it, get into the orbit and refuel it, then I can go everywhere, and when I'm touching down somewhere, as you can see, this bridge has pretty cool tilted S-first stand, so when landing on like a moon or something, it has a little bit tilt for the belly, so it can easily just lie down on its own little feet. And the rover has anything for a refuel. So anyway, guys, I think I should start the stream and let this craft. Yep, we will going to do that. You wanna see this flying? That may be problematic. We just made modifications and never tested it. But okay, let's go. You mean on stream? I did wrote all of them. I mean my thoughts. They are cool, pretty good. Oh, hi Asha. How are you today? and maybe 15 degrees just not enough height for this beach. I mean, we are only at like 12,000 meters and speeding like crazy. $1,400. I haven't seen that many. Yasha, our mission is just to fly this bitch. It's second maiden flight. We're just going for orbital little bit. Maybe try to land it. That's where the explosions occur mostly. Maybe exchanging that one rapier for whiplash wasn't a good idea. And what's that? Oh shoot. Jeez. Yeah, I'm push this execute next node a little bit earlier than I should. But it will go to orbit anyways. Soon, Russia, soon. First, we need to go to the space, and then we will go and try to land it, and that may end up in explosions. Yep, exchanging that to rapier with turbo whiplash wasn't a good idea in any case. But sure, it is in space right now. We're just making one round and try to land it. And I guess that's why people doesn't get some sunburned near the oceans of Eve. Then absolutely. I mean, no, I can't hear them, but I can see them. And welcome in the stream. I can only hear the subscriptions. It was yesterday, almost a little bit later than now. Can you guess what this is? Yes, I know. And you are from Scotland. Nope, nope. This is a non-carrier carrier save file, and it is a rover. It is a rover with a space launch system built around it, to be precise. And it's an SSTO with a jam-packed science / refueler rover inside it. And it's unfinished, as you can see, missing a wing and some other stuff. Oh, no RCS2 yet. and it was her maiden flight. I mean second maiden flight, but I made a mistake and exchanged a rapier to whiplash, and that wasn't the best idea in the world. And I was just making it while waiting for the peeps, and they asked to make it into the air, and the cat couldn't resist, so the rescue will start soon. Already made the ship for it yesterday, so I mean rocket, because that's just a rocket with branches, lots of branches. Oh, don't, I mean, please remind me to put wrenches in this bitch too, because I do not want to leave Kerbin without wrenches any more. Not again. Okay, we will land it soon and it will explode, I guess. If not, I will crash land it, so yeah, will be explosions in one way or another. It's quite heavy, so not the easiest thing to go around with. Nope, he is not reeling anything. No catch today. Yeah, I will, just for you. Even if I can land it, I promise I will make it airborne again and crash land it on the island runway or something. Anyway, this craft has so little drag. Not the best composition for an air braking, because it's barely slowing down only, and just a touch. Geez, are you a chemician? Chemist, so I guess they are not cold in there. For sure they are not freezing right now. Will it survive? Maybe she will just overheat and you have an explosion even before we touch the ground. Yep, that's why I asked if you are a chemist. Jeez. I would not like to be them at all. That cockpit should burn. It will burn soon. That's not good. Maybe I should nose up, nose down, things like that. And voila, your explosion and your Kerbal, what you called it? Sacrifice. Yes. Only the main cabin could not withhold the heat. But this plane is a probe 2, or how does it called? An unmanned plane 2. So we have 4 more probe score. It would not be hard, I guess. Just oh, we do have the front wheels. Should I try to? I can't, because this Mark II cockpit is just a big arrow and there is no place I can attach one to it. Maybe, I don't know. No, I just can't. It would be way too ugly. Ugly, yes, that's the word. Yeah, I could do that. That's a good idea anyways. And make the yesterday's trick again. But that means less explosion for you. Would you really wanna do that? Are you sure you are asking me to make less explosions? And what does it do? What does she do? because I know if it has a hole, it's a go. Nothing else can be. And yeah, as usual I'm terrible at flying, so I cannot even see where. Maybe we are on the good plane right now, so let's make something drastic. Just to lose speed. And then, oh yes, I guess with that cabin gone, we have less weight in the front, so that's why I want to flip backwards this much. Nope. And I don't really know what's that anyways. I mean that problems. So next time with this craft I should aim a little bit over the KSP building and with a less aggressive or I don't know its name right now. So with less pitch down or other higher PE. Not over it, just before it, or just a little bit more back. I really don't. So should I head right for the island? Despite the fact it's a very fat ass lady, it's quite agile. No, what? Should I just run down the VAB building, or what do you want to see? And why am I not gaining? Oh. Because it was upside down. Yeah, they will be reverted anyway, so it will be a nice revenge on the VAD. Should I do it as fast as I can? Whoa. This plane is just not like it. Ouch. Oops. Almost. I just cannot pitch it back down. It kept turning and turning around. Was not a high altitude flyer for sure. Almost. We were so close, like 300 meters from orbit to bomb it. Anyway, this was it. So let's get a little bit serious here. Revert this flight and load the carrier plane. Yeah, what was its name? Can you recall it, driver? Pit Patrol, sorry. Oh, I know, wrenches for the moon. Yeah, wrench to the moon. Little bit of overkill, but I want to have as many fuel as I can when I landed on the moon. So maybe this will do. The goal here is to land this bitch next to the craft. And next to that rover and that old base, this has a bunch of wrenches. I guess there is a bunch. Yeah, absolutely. So it has wrenches, it has connector ports, but doesn't have any more fuel than in these tanks. So it's just a simple moon lander, and I hope it has everything for a good flight. Let's test it out. Geez, if a game that old, I should know about it. At least a tiny amount of information, but nothing. I just heard it once, maybe from you, or rather I saw it on command not long ago, but nothing else I can recall about this game, that game. Oops, I haven't even staged this bridge because I forgot that it's what's it called, the spider staging, and we still haven't loaded. Freaking bad circumization or gravitatory. So let's just make it into a higher apoapsis. We have a bunch of them to do left, so I guess we are ready. And till this autopilot doing his job, I'm going to make a smoke break and coming back soon. Where were we? Oh yes. To the moon! And I guess I forgot the antennas on the upper stage. That might be a problem. Cannot see any. Oh, we need to make a common orbit, because, or at least a highly inclined one, if we want to land exactly there, and that's my goal. We will see. Do we have that inventory? I mean, in this stage. It's just a little bit too much. That should do it, I guess. We can correct here and make the usual suicide burn for the right spot. Are you guys still here or not? What the hell happened? Maybe some problem here? Oops, you just missed the mark, so I have to make it like normally. So just a normal orbit, a very small, not so small p, perimun. And make another adjustment right here somewhere. And my stream is experiencing some technical difficulties, I guess. Maybe I do not have an internet connection. Guys, are you here? Oh, quick save, yes. Oh, then Petru is here. Thank you, thank you. You are the savior of the day. I don't know why, but my on my YouTube page, in the live control room, my video is just thinking about something, just doing the loading animation, and I do not like it. And yes, you save as you say so. You see? Without you I couldn't even play. Because I just kept forgetting save. And we are going to do a course correction somewhere here. And eventually landing on the right spot or so close. We still have a bunch of Delta V left. So I guess we try to land the whole thing and stage and land again the upper stage, so that way we will have a excessive amount of liquid fuel and oxidizer in the main booster. They want entertainment, and I can understand that. As long as I'm building something interesting, they stay. As long as I'm just wrecking things, they stay. But as soon as I'm getting into the flying part of the game and not doing any crazy things, they just left. But that's it, so maybe not my right audience. Anyway, I will stream some more entertaining games too, like MechWarrior Online. It's so action-packed and I guess more appealing for a wider audience. But I still do like this game and want to make some stream about it as well. Nope, but we almost bombarded the VAB with a ship without any pilot, because they just burned up in the atmosphere. And we are trying a precision landing on the moon to save those KerBus. Yeah, it just overheated the front cabin on that thing, and it was awesome. Whoops, wrong button. Anyway, I'm going to ditch this huge FS motherfucker, and it will crash land. And we only try to land with the lander, so that's how it should be by default. I do have a ugly ass refuel station, which means just a bunch of orange tanks strapped together, but no, I'm planning to make one. I'm space dock, just didn't really have those huge Fs. What's they called? Those junior, not the junior, the senior docking ports. Optimistically open the legs. Oh, and we just missed an explosion. And yeah, rule number 1, always balance the nozzles or rockets. That's why I keep playing helicopter and spinning like crazy, because I only have 4 on those 4 tanks, and I was put them to the side of the tanks. Do I have some landing? Okay, just minor technical difficulties, we will get over it. Or not. And we lost only one thing. The only one thing it counts, the branches. So I guess I have to reload it. Jeez. Why am I doing that? I mean, why do I have the urge to make my life more miserable in this game? I just don't know. Thank you for the subscription. And welcome on the stream. Yep, last time I had to make one more course correction because this ugly green blob tends to rotate around, and it seems way better right now. So I was like, ended up like here, and I needed a mid-course bird, and now it's just good. Awesome. We are burning like here to stop our vertical speed. Like so, and then we are just simply touching down and save those sorry asses. And if we have enough fuel, and I guess we will, because 3600 meters per second is present already, we will have enough fuel, so we are going and visit Minmus as well. Unless I fuck up something again. And now maybe, oh no, I will just ditch it, because that's not worth it at all. Dear stranded KerBus, the requested tools arrived to the moon. And landed successfully. We are even presenting a 4th of July, what's that called? Fireworks for free. Come on guys, just do your things. Interplanetary bombardment, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I guess those were the parachutes. Fireworks, absolutely. I just had to think about the word. And for me, it's still a little bit weird. Petru, can you tell me how many people watching this right now, and if the video is up to date? I mean, this bitch is just lying on its back, I guess. No, its side, and there are some small junk around. Because my YouTube live page said stream health is okay, but for me this video is just loading and not even doing anything, and I can see only 1 people watching it, so that's a little bit weird because at least 2 of you used the chat. And yeah, I just did it again. And poor technology. Getting the tools is my first priority, and then I should make a way to raise this craft onto its feet again somehow without any more explosions. Maybe I guess the rover has... Oh, hi Sang! I guess the rover has some what's that called? Flywheels, or let's just say those discs, which gives us rotation via the SAS system. So now I have the wrenches. I guess I'm going to get the rover and just disassemble it for parts. What do you mean by black? I guess I have some technical difficulties because on my Facebook page my videos just kept loading itself, so I don't know. Maybe I'm not even streaming, but are you here? You are here. We are chatting, I guess. But no, she's not black. Only its feet. Her feet, sorry. So, we forgot SAS from this guy, and yeah. Oh, you see this? Oh, yes, because she's turn, lady, turn. She was only get some backlighting, not from the front, so it's not freaking out. Just if I turn away from the sun, you see, it's just shadows. No, anyway, we have almost crash landed the Savior's Savior, because I forgot to put some SAS here, and it was a little bit less controllable than I think. But it's almost a half kilometer from the craft which we want to save, and the tools are arrived more or less safely, let's just say that. So right now I need to figure out a way to put this craft closer to the shuttle, or what's that, KerBus. And I thought, why drive that here when I can salvage this craft and fly over there, because it's not so easy. Oh, and now my Kerbaling is too heavy to fly. Jeez. This will be a long walk. I should have used the rover, the half rover, to get here, because this mission is just went haywire. If any problem or errors could even came to life, they were all here. I crash landed things, I popped wheels, I have crashed the fairings into the crafts, and yeah, and most importantly, I forgot to put a freaking wrench onto any of my crafts, so I had to make a moonlander with a wrench and some other parts. And of course that moonlander was almost crashed, so it's lying on its side and I have no means to make it fly again, unless I'm running this half mile or quarter mile almost, and it won't do it in 9 seconds for sure, but she will be get back to the rover, and then I'm nope, it's carrier, absolute carrier mode. You missed a sandbox SSTO in the beginning. It's a huge S1, 113 tons, and that's basically a mining rover jam-packed with science equipment, and that creation is almost finished. Was flying well, except that on the re-entry the cabin just blew off because of the heat. Standard Mark II cockpit, so I maybe will go with the inline cockpit and make that funky what's that called? Heat shield nose. What I did yesterday either on this craft. So I can show it to you. Just allow me a minute or two to sprint this 350 meters. Jeez, and I can't even fly because with those connectors and the two, she's just became so heavy. The jetpack isn't fly with her. So I'm gonna use the rover and drive it over to the other craft to the left. That one, the Aziz rover lander, the skycrane part of the rover. I salvage all the SAS modules, put it on the rover or somewhere near the rover if I can. If not, I'm going to put it on it, so like KAS building style. Almost there, almost there. So I'm going to equip that lander because it has plenty of fuel, so I'm going to make a way to face its rockets to the right direction. I mean, not to the sky but to the ground, and then I'm going to fly it over to this craft here and we will refuel it. And as you can see, it will be a long trip. Not with the rover, although that rover has only 2 wheels because the other 2 is just popped and I do not have any level 3 engineers. So yeah, as I said, if anything can go wrong in this game, we got it already covered. Except the Kraken. I just do not see a way to bait it. Yep, and she is sprinting. I mean, my little finger is just getting tired. She was fly over the other direction, but with the ports she just can't take off on her little jetpack. So she's just running and running, but honestly, if I can make some really big book fence, what's that in English? Rolls, it would be faster. Just make her a ball and give it a nudge. And going downhill, rolling downhill, would be so much faster. But just the game doesn't allow me to do that. And we are almost there. This will be the last of these on foot trips, I promise. I'm going to use the rover for the next run. Or I don't know, maybe I can afford to lose some Delta V and steer there the craft. I'm going to do that. That's a little bit less time consuming. So I'm going to attach the rover to the craft, transfer the fuel to the craft, and then I'm going to jet assisted I just don't know the word. So I'm going to drive the craft on the jet assisted driving experience to that refueler which has a bunch of Delta V, and then I'm going to leave this freaking greyish menace called Min. Sprint, Aliler, sprint! Eliler, sorry. We Hungarians use that I character and say it as E, like the English. Okay, how am I going to pick it up? You just say detach. Do you know the key for pickup? G for grab. Okay. I guess that was it. So let's try to get to the other ship, or more likely to the crane, and then I'm going to go to the Ranchester Moon craft. Oh wow. Nah, we are so far away to get them home. We need to visit Minmus first, at least. If only I could make her to do something. Just sliding here and there. Come on, do something. Yep, I can't. Because they weren't on Minmus. So if I'm just right now going home, that would be just level 2 for the engineers. And I need to do something with it, because this bitch is just floating inside that grass. Come on, come out. She just doing her thing. Oh, finally. She became so fat as with that one port. Why am I do not have steering? I just saw I should have. Because that front wheel is steerable. This is strange. Not even moving to the left at all, even with SAS on. And that's just strange. I do have pilots, I do have everything, and that wheel in the front is steerable. If I release brake, it will gain speed, but I cannot steer it at all. That's just strange. Oh, now I was on docking mode. We should do this as efficient as we can. But I do not want to make it a 2-hour trip. Okay, so right now we have a port on the left side. Almost, almost. Okay, so I should engage the brakes and tell that engineer lady to make a connection between the two crafts. Anyway, those wheels won't be fixed soon, so I'm rather just nuke that rover and make another one if I need any on the moon. One more link and we are finished here. Screw it, we don't need that SAS module, I guess. That's some nice looking rover here, I guess. Jet assisted, and I think it's for 10 KerBus. So for rover it's pretty cool looking. I I really think that this was a nice effort for a simple bus. Oh, we should engage the brakes right now. And we are almost finished here. Let me just say I'm not really impressed by that Delta V, but we can make it to orbit for sure with that, or at least I hope so. And the lunar orbit is somewhat better than staying on the moon. It was just a bummer. Aye, sir. Just a second. Should I get the other stuff from that box too? I wouldn't bother. Okay, let's just put her into the ship and quick save, as you said. So where should we take off? I guess that would be a good option. Or if I'm just use this small ramp. It's absolutely a must, and as you see, it's just using this inventory system is just tractoring. What's that called? So click and hold and just move the mouse. And with H, G, these letters on the keyboard, you hold them, you hold H, and then if you have equipped a wrench or a electrical, I don't know what was that, so electrical wrench, you can attach stuff. And with the G, right now learned it, with the G you can grab it back or just simply drop it. So if I want, I can disassemble that whole rover and let the junk all around with it. That's a pretty cool mod, so it gives the EVA a purpose. So not just jump out from the ship for a quick report. You can do stuff with it, and I really like it. So I'm going to simply roll downhill and face backward and start accelerating and use this bump. Yeah, screwdriver. Yeah, electrical screwdriver. Yeah, or the wrench. That's the same, so you can engineer with both of them. The wrench is just a low-tech version. So if you play career mode, you will get the wrench first and then later on the electrical screwdriver. Both of them use the same methods, so yeah. And if you use the KIS and KAS, so Kosh and Kish in Hungarian, you should make it a habit, unlike me, to put at least a screwdriver in each and every cabin you add to a ship. It's not too much weight, but it can be handy from time to time. And yes, if we yesterday had one, we were already in orbit at least with this bitch. So okay, let's start the roll. No, please do not go backwards. That's okay too. Let's just what the hell? So oh, okay, wrong button. I don't care about inclination right now, I just want to jump off that ledge to get airborne. So we are heading where we are heading. Maybe that ledge on the right, like here, will be better because I cannot see huge mountains on the other end of that jump. Yeah, so something like here. Should I need any more space? And we have more oxidizer than liquid fuel. Oh, that's why we do not have any big excessive amount of delta V. Anyway, we have enough for a orbit, I guess. A tiny one. So let's just quick save and try to do that, a small orbit. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. I guess only these nerves won't cut it. And that means... quick load, I guess. Do we have an action group for the other engines? If not, that would be... we should have, but which button? Maybe two? Because I guess one is the... we will try it out. Yeah, so I'm ready to fire up all the engines and make like a 20-ish degree of pitch, and we'll see what happens. Optimistically close the landing gears, and we have like a fairly decent speed, to be honest. We just need to gain more. Yeah, there. And circleize, and it will be good. Maybe we can go home too. We'll see. Never ever let me try to land on the moon. I just hate this little grey ball from now on. It's so hospitable, wouldn't even let the people go away. And that's it, we have an orbit and 300 more delta V, which is kind of almost enough for a Kerbaling aero brake. Should we do it? Aye, sir. How to use much RCS as possible. I usually have a, and right now, yes, I have a bunch of, oh, man, you are a genius, I guess. I totally forgot that, but I'm using it after I'm used my fuel, and in that case just simply adding more throttle and let the RCS to turn on, just cut it so it will just accelerate on RCS. But if I have fuel and I want to spare it somehow and I have excess monopropellant, so in the same kind of time losing weight and saving fuel means overall more delta V on fuel. I just hope you understood what I just said. So if you lose weight and or propel yourself other than with fuel, you will end up have more delta V on the same fuel. I mean liquid fuel. Just hope it was some kind of clear explanation. So for that purpose I just used the RCS forward button, the age, in my configuration, and I guess this is the default key, the age key. That's what propels your craft forward with RCS. So I'm just not throttling up but using age, just holding it till I gain the necessary speed. And I may just wanna do that because of why not. We are setting up the maneuver node, turn off the engines, and as you can see MacJeb will do it with RCS. He will be confused for sure because do not really count about the RCS. I mean the MacJeb itself. Not liking it very much. Yep, we need to use it anyways, so do not have enough delta V. And yeah, that's not even very close. Maybe I'm Nope, nope, other side. I should burn here, but maybe here? What's my P in this case? Oh, it looks better. Oh, so like almost a 45 angle from the moon's own prograde vector. Maybe if I'm fiddling with a little bit with it. Okay, so I guess this will be it. And for that we need to use the RCS thrusters, for sure. And we should use our normal rocket, because that uses oxidizer, and that means even less weight. And unfortunately they are going home. I was miscalculated the amount of liquid fuels those tiny tanks can hold. And right now, when I'm going out of juice, I'm just pressing R for RCS, and it will continue to do the maneuver node with it. And for greater precision we can stop the node execution and let it do around the moon and make the other half of the burn later, so one orbit later. That's more efficient and more precise. And I may just do that because we have 2 minutes left and already 1 minute over the node, so it won't do the exact same as we planned this way. Oh, and to save monopropellant I'm going to turn off RCS right now and turn on again when he wants to do the burn. Oops, no more orbits. We are already leaving the moon. And we have a variable periapsis. We will going to burn on the AP, in the apoapsis, or close to it, to get our periapsis down to, I guess, 15 kilometers over Kerbin. And we will going to use that front heat shield for aero braking, and we'll see the rest of it. So make it a little bit, wow, just warp there. Absolutely. And that's why I like to have them. So even if I'm not planning to have a docking action, I'm going to use monopropellant and nozzles on almost everything which is going to space. And this is the real purpose of it. Because if I miscalculate anything and I'm in the middle of somewhere or nowhere, I still can make some maneuvers. And the other very useful monopropellant use is on smaller probes. I only use monopropellant as a means of maneuvering. So after I detach the probe from the rocket, detach the probes because I tend to push up more probes at once with one rocket, one launch. But after I'm ditch them from the rocket, I'm only using monopropellant on them. Maybe later, yes, what's that called? Ion drives, but right now I do not have them. And what is the best of like a two monopropellant engine setup is it can go prograde and retrograde without rotating with RCS. And that's very useful when I want to make a precise orbit, a very precise orbit. Even if I have to, I'm usually cutting down the, what's that called? The thrust limiter. I'm usually make it like 10 or even smaller. And with that I can do really precise orbits. So for instance, what's that called? Communication satellite networks. I'm doing them exactly 4 hours orbit time with monoprops, so it's very precise. And yes, I'm saving, but maybe I should burn too, instead of speaking this much. But I'm just hope you learned something good. Yay, we grew a mushroom. Oops, almost broke them. Ah, Yasha. It's the part when some explosion may occur. So you are came to the right time. Exactly. Or not, but soon. You see, another use for monoprop. Right now I'm excessively lowering my apoapsis with it, just pressing the button N, heading prograde, and monopropping to the other direction. And it's already lost 1 million kilometer. And therefore less round of aero braking is needed for landing. Even though I guess we can be a little bit of more aggressive with it. So I do not mind if my periapsis drops a little. That's why I'm burning late. If I would do that before we reaching the periapsis, it would not be affected too much by it. But right now, as you can see, it's just falling too, like the apoapsis. And that's cool. I'm okay with it. We have a freaking mushroom heat shield in the front. Yep, you said to do this to the other craft. And I said I already have the technology, so yeah, I can. And I will do, but this is the yesterday's craft. And it do seems viable and useful too. Let's make it 50 kilometer, 50,000 kilometer. Exactly. Okay, so let's try another aero brake. And even if we are going to broke it, we should charge a little, because I forgot to open it after the atmosphere. So I guess it will be gone, and it doesn't even do anything, so it should be enough. I guess when even the wings started to get cherry red, that's not good. Maybe it was a little bit too aggressive, or not. Anyway, I'm trying my best to slow the craft down, so I'm using monoprop too. Not much of a power, but we are dropping the apoapsis more faster this way. And I think that's not a bad idea. We more than halved it with this maneuver. So people, this is how you get back from a trip without any liquid fuel left, I guess. And only one more round. And we are out of monopropellant too, but we did use it for the best purpose we could at all. I guess it will be only maybe one more orbit, because our PE is just dropped below 50, and that's usually some hard air hitting there. Oh, right, yes, because we attached the ships together, and the rover too. And I guess that's counting as constructing. Maybe I could try to nose down. Should that be a thing? Lose even more. Nah. Oops. As first flying is my favorite sport, as it seems. Oh, this thing doesn't have any ablator. And that's pretty cool. If I can close it down... Nope, I can't. That's a shame. If I can just isn't it? But I don't... I won't do it now. If I could close it back, that would be great for usability. But that's not that the case. So I guess 1 or 2 more orbits. We are not as fast as the first 2 times, so maybe just get on with a little nose down action. Maybe not. I tried it anyway. And it helps us a lot. Just look at the apoapsis falling. And the craft is just cherry red, so let's make it front first. I guess if I put some parachutes here, it will be a foolproof way to even hit Eve or Jewel, no, Eve head on. We lose wings and such unnecessary things. That's not a big problem if we still can manage to land the craft somehow. Petru, I think they let's just say interesting, but that wouldn't be the case, at least not would be a totally honest opinion, because I'm, let's just say, don't give a crap about science in this game. Just, I don't know. They are pretty cool, so don't get me wrong, it's very cool if you're interested in the chemistry and had the time put into it to research things. That's a very that's awesome. But for me, it's just like seems to be a waste of time, I guess. So I wouldn't do that. So I'm respecting your mindset, absolutely. But I'm rather concerned about how to land there and not what would I find there. And I guess we are going down, because if I manage to nose down enough, nope, not as first flight, nope, no thank you. I just want to show the wind the broad side of my back, I guess, or something like that. And yes, we are already below atmospheric levels with our apoapsis, and that means we should try to... I would like to land on the water, because it's so much safer if we can glide. So much safer than hitting accidentally a huge cliff somewhere. And I do not know where are we. Yeah, no clue. But that looks ice. Should I check the map before I say something silly? If we had a turbojet or something and some fuel, we could easily get to the KSP from here, like in a half hour or so. I just hate atmospheric flights because of the... It takes up too much time. It's fun, but that's why I haven't practiced flying these things. Because even with the fastest non-orbital flyer, it takes ages to just... I cannot show you. To just make like this words. So it takes ages to take off from KSP and land on the other side of that small ocean. I mean this one. So it's just, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes at least flying on a standard aeroplane, even on a high speed one. Whoops. Will it tear down that nose too? I guess all our KerBus will be dead within minutes. Shouldn't that thing just pop out? Anyway, I am going to open the gears optimistically. Oh, it still can glide very gently or kindly. And we're stalling because of too small speed, and that's not good. To salvage it and gain a little bit more to glide out. And Yasha, there goes your explosions and a not smooth landing either. But I guess mission success. You got some explosions and all our crew is alive. So I just call it success. And thank you for the welcoming chat. Yeah, we are here. It wasn't as easy as I thought, and we should make some adjustments to this craft, like put a what's that called, a decoupler between the nose cone, so the heat shield, and this part here for a cleaner separation, because I guess that nose cone was pretty high and slow us down too much for a glide landing, and I would like to have my joystick. Yeah, brakes, I know. Just wanted to let them sunbathing at least, sunbathing a bit on that beach. But yeah, so I guess this savior action was kind of a success, even though we just salvaged the majority of the craft. And I guess that's it for today. It was a fun little trip. We'll see how many experience they get and how much science. Oh, I haven't done many science experiments. I forgot that. Absolutely. Yeah, zero science, but oops. It was a little bit of well, anyway, we do have a bunch of money. I do not really care about it. XP gains, only 4 of them. What? And only some. Oh Oh yeah, because we went on the Minmus. Yeah, okay. Yep. I guess this is it. Or where were the other guys? I'm a little bit confused, but not for so long. I'm going to relaunch this craft and we will go to the to Minmus, I guess, because they need it. They need the experience very much. Maybe we will go for a sun orbit hop. But for that I'm going to rebuild the craft to have some more Delta V. And that's it. Thank you for attending to the stream. Next time we will go into Minmus, it looks like. Or I don't know. Minmus should be fine for now on. Yeah. Thank you for being here and see you next time.